Hello, air signs. Let's see what the upcoming weekend has in store for you. And it could be about pretty much anything. Love, finances, friendship, trips, whatever comes up. We'll have 4 separate spreads in this reading. The first spread is for all of you. It's like a bonus, and then there's going to be a separate spread for every air sign individually. Timestamps should be in the description box down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is for all air signs. We have Strength, clarified by the High Priestess. We have the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups, clarified by the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Leo, maybe a water sign. We also have you, air, another Gemini, another Libra, or another Aquarius. I don't usually clarify this much. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this time I clarified the Strength card and the Page of Cups just to give you more hints as to what's going on. So yeah, so here's what's going on. I kind of assume you're the Queen of Swords here, unless you're dealing with a fellow air sign, but I assume that's you. Right, the first 2 cards, Strength clarified by the High Priestess, are 2 major arcana cards, one clarified by another. Strength could be a Leo you're dealing with. The High Priestess is a very watery energy, right? But Strength clarified by the High Priestess, perhaps somebody is like secretly preparing themselves to make a move. Like somebody may need to have courage to do this, to pull this off. And they have something to tell you with that Ace of Swords, right? The Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck is a card of clarity. It's a card of honesty. It's the no BS ace, as I often refer to it. So somebody is going to speak their truth, okay? And I think it's something pleasant. I hope it's something pleasant, because the Page of Cups clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups, yeah, this is somebody approaching you, or somebody inviting you, or maybe somebody apologizing to you, all right? And the Three of Pentacles clarifying that, this is, I think, how it happens, or how you know this person, or where you know this person from, or where you will be meeting this person, right? The Three of Pentacles could be interpreted so many different ways. It is a card of when a group of people get together and do something together. It could simply be a group of friends, right, hanging out, all right? It could be, you could be a part of the same club, you could be going to the same gym, you could be working with this person, you know, as long as it involves people gathering together, getting together, and either hanging out or doing something together, collaborating, what have you. All right, so be on the lookout of somebody who comes from that type of an environment with the Three of Pentacles. And again, they have something to tell you, and they've been, I guess, prepping themselves to do this. All right, and yeah, something important. Probably love. Doesn't have to be, but yeah, probably love. All right, cool. Gemini, we have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Ace of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. Then we have the King of Swords clarified by the Six of Cups. And we also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow air sign, another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So here's the deal, Gemini. For some of you, you are the King of Swords. All right, and if that's the case, I think somebody will be approaching you, okay? Because the King of Swords showed up at the very, very beginning, okay? So keep that in mind. Somebody could be reaching out to you, and all kinds of interesting things will happen. Hence the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. A lot of interesting things, okay? But for most of you, Gemini, the King of Swords is not you, it's somebody you will be dealing with, right? So most likely it's a fellow air sign, not a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or perhaps this person's got a lot of air in their chart. If they're not an air sign, they could be somebody who is very intelligent, right? This person could be like a lawyer or a doctor, somebody who wears uniform for work, someone like that. And perhaps you're going to be reaching out to this person yourself, or you could be meeting this person at some kind of an event, okay? Yeah, the circumstances could be different. The King of Swords themselves is clarified by the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a soulmate card, but this card is also associated with the past, all right? So it could be somebody from your past, not necessarily an ex. That's the beauty of the Six of Cups. For some of you, it could be an ex. For others of you, it's just somebody from your past, or it's simply a soulmate with the Six of Cups. And the thing about the Six of Cups, we're usually glad to see people when they show up with the Six of Cups energy, because the Six of Cups is a very warm, lovey-dovey card. Very warm and lovey-dovey. All right. The Nine of Cups, the first card that came out, could be some kind of an event. It is a card of a wish come true and satisfaction. All right, and it's clarified by the Ace of Cups, and right next to it we have the Ace of Wands, so it's both love and passion. All right, and the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck is also a very lovey-dovey card, because that card could be interpreted as the Cupid's arrows card. It's also a card of communication and maybe a card of literally going somewhere. So perhaps somebody is coming, or you are going, or both of you are going, or something like this. But this is such a sweet, lovey-dovey reading, and passionate too. All right, cool. Libra, we have the Fool, clarified by the Three of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have Strength, clarified by the Eight of Wands. And we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing maybe with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries and Leo in particular. We also have Cancer on the table. The first three cards that came out, all are major arcana cards. They all are. The Fool, the Chariot, and Strength. Okay? You know what it looks like? It looks like a fun, passionate weekend, Libra. All right? Yep, that's what it... And it could be kind of like spontaneous, right? The Fool, the first card that came out, could be an Aries you're dealing with, but it is a card of, hey, let's just go, let's just do something, right? It's a very spontaneous card. It's a card of taking a leap of faith, trying something new. The Three of Cups clarifying it. Probably some kind of an event. You could be deciding to go to some kind of an event spontaneously, or maybe somebody will invite you at the last second. You're going to be like, you know what, why not? Let's do this. Or perhaps if you're going somewhere already, you could be meeting somebody at that event, whatever that event is, right? The Three of Cups could be someone's birthday. It could be a game show, you know, some kind of a party, concert, some kind of a gathering, what have you. All right, and then I think you're definitely going somewhere over the weekend, right? Because we have the Chariot right there in the middle. Could be a Cancer person, zodiac signs of Cancer you could be dealing with. But the Chariot and the Eight of Wands clarifying Strength, those two cards are the two fastest cards on the deck, right? So for some of you, you're definitely going somewhere. It's just a matter of how that trip fits into this weekend, right? And the Chariot is also a card of moving forward and not looking back, right? And the Fool could be interpreted as a card of just jumping right in and not worrying about consequences, right? The Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a fire sign indicator, but at the same time, the Ace of Wands is a very, very passionate ace, if you know what I mean, all right? Strength clarified by the Eight of Wands right next to the deck. Strength could be a Leo you're dealing with, but one way to interpret strength is also passion. Pure, raw passion, right? It's also kind of loyalty, holding back, but I don't see anybody holding back. Quite the opposite. I see you just being very, very adventurous over the weekend, right? So this is quite an adventure. The Eight of Wands clarifying Strength is that second very fast card. It's also a card of a lot of communication, and it's the Cupid's arrows card. So perhaps it starts on a very passionate note, but then it kind of evolves into something more more lovey-dovey, I guess. All right? Cool. Aquarius. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Emperor, clarified by the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo. We also have Water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The question I have for you, Aquarius, do you have a boss at work or some kind of a figure of authority, a person who is a figure of authority to you, whom you suspect has feelings for you? Okay? Do you, Aquarius? Because the Emperor is going to tell you something. Okay? And that something is going to be very, very romantic and very, very lovely. Right? That's what's happening. You're going out with this Emperor. You're going out maybe a happy hour. I never promote adult beverage consumption, but when I see one, I have to call it. That's what's going on, right? I think it could be like on a Friday night, right, after work, or maybe Saturday, right? If you don't work with this person, but the Emperor is still a figure of authority to you, right? You're going out. The Seven of Cups, the first card that came out, I think it could be, this card could be interpreted as a card of intoxication, right? Not necessarily people are like on the floor, but somebody is going to be, you know, feeling feeling the adult beverage consumption effect. Right, that's what I think the Seven of Cups is. A happy hour or dinner or what have you. The Emperor is clarified by the Page of Cups. So you see we have more cups. Page of Cups, in this case, them warming up to you, or them inviting you, or them approaching you, or them starting a conversation with you. And as a result, we have the Knight of Cups, right? So this is the progression from the page. And the Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight out of all 4 knights. The Sun on the bottom of the deck is a card of clarity. So perhaps they've been harboring feelings for you for a while, and they're going to reveal them. They're going to make them clear to you. And at the same time, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It really is. We have 78 cards in the standard tarot deck, right? And the Sun happens to be the happiest one out of all of them. Okay, so yeah, interesting weekend. An interesting weekend for you, Aquarius. All right, cool.